So Karim Adeyemi is officially a Barca player. Darwin Núñez is pushing for a Barca move. Edin Terzić calls out Barcelona. And Sergio Busquets is officially starting his coaching role at the club. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar Talks Barca. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another episode of the Barcelona News Roundup, guys. On the 23rd of July, guys, we're going to talk about all of the latest news coming out of Barcelona today. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and listen, we got a lot to get into. But before we get started, guys, let's talk about the first news, guys. The news that is the most important. Karim Adeyemi, ladies and gentlemen. All of the buzz, all of the rumors, all of the what is, all of the delays, it is over. He is officially announced. He is officially a Barca player. And listen, this is a good deal. I've already talked about, for the price, for the amount that we spent on this guy. Listen, and for his age, amazing deal. And obviously, guys, we know that this is a big move for the player. We know that, Karim Adeyemi has never hidden his love for the club. This guy has, I've always known that he was a Barca fan since 2019, right, when he broke into the scene at Salzburg. He always talked about his dream to join us. And listen, now that he's here, we will see now. And look, this guy, like I mentioned, he's got a lot of potential, right? This guy, a lot of people might think, it's not a lot of people have a lot of opinions on Karim Adeyemi. But I've already said, for the amount that we spend on him and for his age, this could be a master stroke of a signing. And more than anything else, he is going to be a squad player. He's going to be one of those players, he's going to add into what we already have in attack. And, with the things that he has, like the blistering pace, the skills that he has, his finishing does need, more improving. But look, one thing I will say is this. Under Hansi Flick, we've seen Ferran Torres, Rashford, and all these guys turn up. So do not be surprised if man like Flick turns this guy into the next big thing. But as far as man like Karim is concerned, listen, you're officially a Barcelona player. It is time for us to see what you can do. And listen, I am all excited for this deal. I think this is a good deal for Barcelona. And who knows, man? I've already said, I'm putting my cards on the table for this guy, man. I think this guy has great potential, right? But look, I'll tell you guys right now, I am just happy. I'm happy that we got this deal sorted out. There was a little bit of a delay, right? A few days, we know that this deal was agreed upon for about a week and a half now. And, we thought that by this time, it would have already been announced. But, there was a few delays. But thankfully now, it is no longer any more rumors or basically any more delays. He's already gone. He was at the club this morning. He'd already signed the contract. And basically, we'll be seeing more pictures of him in a Barcelona shirt. And he will say his first words at the club. But Karim Adeyemi, welcome to the club. And on other news, we know that Barcelona right now, we've been looking at the position that is the number 9 position. We know that Barcelona, we've been trying to look for a striker. And obviously, guys, it's a no-brainer who Barcelona's dream signing in the number 9 is. It's none other than Julian Alvarez. But we saw a few days ago, right? Man like Laporta coming out before the World Cup final talking about the potential alternatives. And listen, it seems that we've been given a little bit of an inkling of who the other alternative might be. It is none other than Darwin Núñez. Now, look, Darwin Núñez, apparently, from all the rumors that have been coming out, right? They've been saying, according to Dario Spurts, right? Darwin Núñez apparently pushing hard to leave Al Hilal in the transfer window because basically, right now, the relationship between the player and the club is basically non-existent, right? Al Hilal don't want him there. He doesn't want to be at Al Hilal. I mean, ever since Al Hilal signed Karim Benzema, he's basically been sidelined and put on the bench. Even though I would say before, Karim Benzema signed, he was actually doing well in the league. But right now, he's actually with the Al Hilal team in their training camp in Austria, right? He's been training with them. But basically right now, it seems that, he's more of time to negotiate with the club and basically try to sort everything out. And, he's made a lot of big things recently, Darwin Núñez. He's made a lot of changes, right? He changed his agent. He's now being represented by Jorge Mendes, who we know is got a great relationship with Laporta and the club. I mean, literally, he represents Karim Adeyemi as well. So this is a guy, clearly, Darwin Núñez is trying to force this move. And look, whatever your opinion on this is, and if you ask my honest opinion when it comes to this, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of this deal. I'm not a fan of Darwin Núñez potentially signing for Barcelona. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Ferran Torres and Darwin Núñez in my attack, no. But I'll be honest with you. Out of all the alternatives that I thought of in my head, I did not think of Darwin Núñez. But I will say this about Darwin. There's been a lot of rumors coming out that apparently he might even leave Al Hilal on a free. Now, we know that Barcelona, when it comes to Barca, we love our freebies. We under Laporta, we've seen Barcelona have definitely gone into the free market to get some good deals. And also, not to mention, right, we've got the issue with Ferran Torres. We know Ferran Torres, PSG are looking at Ferran, and who knows, maybe even if we do decide to go and sign Darwin Núñez, right, crazily enough, I don't think that would mean that Barcelona would have given up on Julian Alvarez if it means that Ferran Torres does decide to leave and go and join PSG. And if that's the case, then that means that even if we sign Alvarez, we're still going to need a backup to Alvarez. And if that's the case, then hey, listen, at the end of the day, I'm not a big fan of it, but having a player like Darwin Núñez as a backup striker wouldn't be bad. But let me know what you guys think about the potential of Darwin Núñez joining Barcelona. So, it seems that the new Athletic Club manager, Terzić, has been having a few words to say about Barcelona. Now, we know that, right now, Barcelona have been linked to Aymeric Laporte, the World Cup winner and the partner of Kobashi during the World Cup. He's been heavily linked to the club for the past few weeks. And it seems that now Barcelona are ready to step forward and actually try to make this deal happen. And basically, during an interview yesterday, actually today, Terzić was actually doing an interview with the player, with the club, and talking about his excitement of the fact that there are 3 World Cup winners in the Athletic Club with Unai Simon, Nico Williams, and Aymeric Laporte in the team. And basically, they did ask him also about the potential of Aymeric Laporte, and this was actually, he actually did have a direct quote on that. This is what he basically said. He said that I don't think it's a new story, perhaps with a different name. I'm really looking forward to all these players coming back and starting to work with us. Basically, in case you guys missed it, he said, I don't think it's a new story, perhaps with a different name. Now, for those of you guys who missed what he said there, a lot of people might have overlooked that. Basically, guys, he's basically saying same old stuff, just a different player. Basically, he's alluding to last year's saga with Nico Williams, right? With the fact that, we all remember how that saga went, right? In the end, man like Nico Williams ended up pulling the rug under our feet in the end. And basically, he's trying to put it as, it's just another Nico Williams situation, right? They're trying to, make this a saga, but in the end, the player is going to be our player, and he is our player. And look, at the end of the day, that's his opinion, whatever, when it comes to Terzić. But I'll say this now. The difference between Nico Williams and Aymeric Laporte is, Nico Williams, he had a 50, 60 million buyout clause, something crazy like that, right? He had something like that in his contract. Look, when it comes to Aymeric Laporte, he's got a 15 million buyout clause. 15 million, we're not sweating over that. We are not sweating over a 15 million. I think Barcelona can easily get that deal done. And look, I've already said my opinion, guys. When it comes to Laporte, guys, go check out the video I made about why I think Laporte would be a great signing. But I'll tell you guys right now, in a nutshell, I think it would be a smart deal. But when it comes down to it, we will see what happens. I do hope that, at the end of the day, we just go in there and just get this deal done. I wouldn't even negotiate with Athletic Club, to be honest. I wouldn't even negotiate with them. I would just sit there and be like, listen, go to the bank, put the 15 million and just trigger the buyout clause and let's get this over with. But let me know what you guys think about what Terzić said and what do you guys think about that. Now, we know that man like Sergio Busquets, he obviously retired last year, right? And there's been a lot of talk about him potentially moving into coaching, and it seems that he is ready to make that first step. Sergio Busquets right now, he's actually at Barcelona right now, and all the talks is that apparently he is going to be, starting his coaching badges very, very soon, and could potentially be working with the club. A lot of the talks that have been coming out of the club, they're saying that, there's a potential that we could see Sergio Busquets return to the club and, basically potentially join the Barca athletic team, right? Or basically, the B team or somewhere like that. But basically, he's going to be in and around the coaching staff. Apparently, that's the word that's been coming out. They've been saying that, the dream is that one day they do want him to be, who knows, the next Pep Guardiola or something like that. But right now, and nothing is concrete yet. The club haven't come out and confirmed anything yet. They have not confirmed that he will be a part of the coaching staff. But that's basically the talk around the town right now. They're saying that right now he's negotiating with the club to potentially start, coaching or basically getting his coaching badges. And, right now we've seen this, happen at the club a few times. I mean, literally, Thiago Alcantara was part of Hansi Flick's coaching staff. And I think he's left the club now to basically focus on his own coaching career. But I'm very much excited about this. In my opinion, listen, I'll be honest with you guys. If it's up to me, I would add Busquets. If I was Flick, I would add Busquets. I think Busquets is a very, very good acquisition. Listen, we know when it comes to this guy, a lot of people, who know Busquets, like behind the scenes, like the Xavis, they've always talked about, like I remember about 10, 12 years ago, right, when they were literally part of the team together. Apparently, I used to remember like Xavi talking about, Busquets' IQ, and he talked about how Busquets could potentially make a great manager one day. And, the fact that now, he's showing interest in trying to basically become a manager or, be a coach, it's good science. And listen, who knows, man? Like, one thing I will tell you about Busquets is the guy is a very, very smart dude. Very, very smart guy. So, who knows? We will see what happens. We will see if he does, Hansi does decide to part of his coaching staff, or that the club might hire him to be the Barca athletic coach or part of the Barca athletic team. But guys, those are the latest news coming out of Barcelona, guys. Let me know anything we missed in this video, guys. And in the comment section below, let me know about everything I did talk about, guys. What do you guys think about the KARIM Adeyemi deal? What do you guys think about the potential Darwin Núñez deal? What do you guys think of Terzic's quotes on Barcelona? And what do you guys think of Sergio Busquets potentially joining Barcelona's coaching staff? Let me know about all of it. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, all of the beautiful stuff. And as always, guys, Visca Barça. Have a good day, everyone.